At my signal, unleash hell.
To a man who's never won in Italy before and who wins the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix this afternoon. Max Verstappen leads the World Championship and wins the Monaco Grand Prix. He sees his team cheering on the right-hand side, he sees the checkered flag, and he wins the French Grand Prix to take the checkered flag and absolutely crush the opposition here at the Red Bull Ring. He wins the Styrian Grand Prix.
Imagine the Drivers' Championship that goes down to the final race of the season. The last time it happened was 5 years ago, and in all probability, we could see it in 2021. Verstappen and Hamilton are in a head-to-head battle that could go down to the wire, and you can follow it each race right here. Each episode features the war of words, the build-up, the great fight, and the killer punch. So stay tuned till the end, and let's get this started. Heading into the Austrian Grand Prix, Verstappen leads the championship by 18 points. And after a thrashing at the hands of Max Verstappen at the Styrian Grand Prix, Lewis Hamilton has pushed Mercedes to upgrade his W12. Hamilton said they have obviously made some improvements over the last couple of races. It was impossible to keep up. We need to find performance. We need an upgrade of some sort. We need to push. I don't know whether it's just the rear wing or whether it's the upgrade to the engine. Whatever it may be, we need to find performance from somewhere. As I said, I would love to have an upgrade, but I don't think it's in the pipeline at the moment. We are down on few areas.
Final one from me, Lewis. A lot of people watching this will want to know what you're thinking about your world title hopes. After Red Bull have now won 4 on the bounce. So what are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, they've done obviously a great job in these last 4 races. It's been really difficult for us from Monaco, which obviously was a bit of a disaster, and then same for Baku. Better in France and better last weekend. However, they have taken a step ahead of us, and so we're just working as hard as we can to see if there's a way we can close that gap. And we're not even halfway through the season, so I'm still fighting and chasing for this title.
On the other hand, Verstappen said, "We do have a very good package, but I want to see it again every single weekend because every track is different. So I always want to try and improve every single weekend because even a weekend like we had, of course, it looks amazing. We won with a big margin, but it's never good enough. So far, of course, I'm very happy with how it's been going, but as I said, it's never good enough." The Austrian Grand Prix began with a very dismal FP1 session, but Max Verstappen started his weekend at the Red Bull Ring on a high note once again. Red Bull began with softs before moving to the prototypes. In the first part of practice, Verstappen set a time of 1 minute 5.5 seconds before improving to 1 minute 5.143 on soft tyres in 37 laps. While Hamilton's first 3 laps were deleted due to track limit infringements, Hamilton was only able to finish 7th, a 10th behind Kimi Raikkonen, but ahead of the second Red Bull of Sergio Perez. Hamilton's best time was 1 minute 5.709 in 32 laps. FP2 was kind to Lewis Hamilton, getting the best of the weather this time. He took P1 after ending Mercedes' FP1 troubles, with teammate Valtteri Bottas making it to P2. Hamilton set the session's best time of 1 minute 4.523 seconds and clocked 31 laps. Meanwhile, Max Verstappen's Red Bull could only manage a P3 finish due to the tricky track conditions later on in the session. Max's best time was around 2/10 down at 1 minute 4.740 in 37 laps. Heading into Saturday's FP3 session, Mercedes announced that Lewis Hamilton has signed a new deal through the end of the 2023 season. And on the track, normality has been restored. Despite the fact that Mercedes dominated the second practice session on Friday, Verstappen lit up the track with the quickest lap of the session by setting the only sub-65 second lap of FP3. His best lap was 1 minute 4.591. While Hamilton did an impressive lap to narrow the gap, his best time was deleted due to track limit violation. Hamilton ended the session in 3rd place with a lap time of 1 minute 5.277 behind teammate Valtteri Bottas. The grid fight was close. However, it's not between Hamilton and Verstappen. Hamilton's best lap was 1 minute 4.014, which is around 3/10 slower than the pole position. He will start the race from 4th position on the grid. while Verstappen's time was almost matched by Lando, who also benefited from Max's tow. For the second weekend in a row, Max won the pole position with a blistering lap of 1 minute 3.720. Verstappen dominated qualifying, topping all sessions and putting himself on pole in Q3. Max has Lando Norris and Sergio Perez between himself and Hamilton, which could take some of the pressure off at the start of the race. Once again, there was not much of a fight between the two. Lewis did manage to gain 2 places due to Perez dropping out of 3rd and overtaking Norris. However, Hamilton failed to make any progress to catch Verstappen, nailing the pole, and the race starts or the key moments for winning the race. Max is in full demolition mode, with a hat-trick of wins extending his championship lead to 32 points, with Silverstone and Hungaroring coming up, where Hamilton is usually strong. It will be interesting to see whether he can make a comeback or get blown away by the Verstappen storm. Thanks for watching, and do share your thoughts in the comments.